guarantee.
But the point of this. But the point of this. But the point of this.
Point of this.
Point of this.
Point of this. Guarantee that too.
Each recipe begins with a violet hose spray of filter.
We're gonna do a song hit.
But the point of this,
Huh? Sure.
it's
How'd you like it?
funded.
This was a small hit.
It's funded by a certain group of people.
Guarantee.
What?
Let it.
We're gonna do a song hit. You like hits?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How'd you like
No.
Let it.
No, it's not.
Double guarantee that
We're gonna
too.
do a
You look
song
at the community
hit.
as a whole.
You like hits?
This way, one donation supports the issues you're aware of, as well as those that are less obvious, but no,
Real bad. I'll guarantee.
as well as those that are less obvious.
Double guarantee that too.
President, I've therefore made it clear
This was a small hit.
America's commitment to the security of the state of Israel is a solemn obligation, and the security of Israel is non-negotiable.
We're gonna do a
Double
song
guarantee
hit.
that too.
You like hits? Would you? Huh? Sure. How'd you like it? This was a small
Claims the world is flat.
Wait, it's all flat. Always has been.
But the point of this, it's funded. It's funded by a certain group of people.
Guarantee.
And what kind of stuff did you write? Let's video.
What?
The Earth is flat.
Adult stuff.
Let it.
Where they award-winning shows, but there are reasons.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No,
Listen.
it's not.
Double guarantee that too.
You look at the community as a whole. This way, one donation supports the issues you're aware of, as well as those that are less obvious, but no
Really, I guarantee.
as well as those that are less obvious.
Double guarantee that too.
President, I've therefore made it clear America's commitment to
Master, how do I find enlightenment?
Easy. Yellow Book.
Yellow Book?
We are all searching for something. A new car, a reliable plumber.
If somehow we all slow down to anything not bolted to, if somehow we all slow down to anything not bolted to, if the Earth would fly due east 800 miles an hour. That's what happens to you in a car if you hit a brick wall and you're not wearing a seatbelt. You keep going.
Earth is not the shape of a basketball.
And nobody really cares. And that should be the biggest news story in the world right now.
And the moon and planets that we could never get to.
NASA polices ground and there's green grass growing all around, and green grass growing all around.
I'd like to turn you over now to a good friend of mine, is Mr. Billy Preston.
I've got a song that ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends. That's you! I've got a song ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends. Will it go round in circles? You got it!
Mighty fine. They go around the earth, so they never fall down.
Why, what do you mean, sir?
Freemasons run the country!
Think. It empowers you far beyond those who know only what to think. Because the chances are you're betting on something that's not true.
To objective truth. How do you know when you've reached the objective truth? Can you talk about
very important question. Perhaps the most important question. We can answer that and then we're done. Earth is round. Have survived and have risen up out of all manner of experiments, some of which were designed to try to show that it's wrong. And then it turns out to be further support of what the idea is. So an objective truth would be, we can start very simple stuff.
what are these other types of truth?
Oh yeah, so I just split it into sort of three. Oh, I left out a third truth. I call it a political truth. This is what is true, what you believe to be true, simply because it's been repeated so many times. Earth is round. Move to a dictatorship and let other people do your thinking for you. Cancel out. These are experiments you can do. So no matter what they're telling you about it, there's no magnetic field going into your body. So you just spent money with it you could have spent on something else. This is the protection that being scientifically literate does for you, provides for you. And that protection is not based on knowledge, although that helps. It's based on your ability to ask questions about the claim that's being made and presented to you.
That actually.
our flat we had produced, but we'll produce it again. And I think we'll produce it again very fast. More than 3.3 million, still further. Our flat, we have completed 44 flights, and there has been incredible to watch. In total, through all channels, 39.4 million, 431 million, N95, 57 million, 100 millions, and 10.2 million at 100 million. 600,000 more to come. We ordered 5, and they'll be coming shortly. Kokomo worker, our flat. And we thought it would be a good one to play. It's amazing. And they do that. It's incredible. We have thousands of people that are doing that. They recover. They feel they have an obligation because they've gotten such great care. And a lot of them didn't think they were going to make it. The Voice of America, very important. And if you heard what's coming out of the Voice of America.
What about this quarantine?
Yeah, how serious is this monkey flu? Not serious at all, because it's not true. See, the government likes to covertly test the emergency response system every once in a while to see how people mobilize, the authorities respond, and the public react.
Wait a minute, so this is just a drill?
Exactly. They do it all the time. You remember H1N1?
Yeah.
A drill. Remember SARS? Yeah. A drill. Y'all remember the bird flu? Was a drill too? No, that one was true. Don't mess with them birds. Well, what about my mom? Did they say she was a carrier? She just got back from Mexico. She got all kind of symptoms, cramping, vomiting. Did she drink the water? She said she just had margaritas.
Straight up or blended?
Blended, I think. Blended with ice cubes from Mexican water. Okay, so I know what she got, all right? She got a slight case of Montezuma's Revenge with a little case of the BGs. That's the bubble guts.
So does that mean we can leave?
No, y'all have to stay here. See, the head of the CDC, they the only ones who know it's a drill. So if y'all leave, I'm sorry, they're going to have to take you out.
So we're stuck in this house for 12 more hours?
That's what the cards are for. Me, I'm out. I got the rendezvous with my unit up in the Nevada desert.
Der Schweinhund.
Three, two, one, ignition. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector grid. Ag start.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. We don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. It destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. It destroyed that technology.
here. We've got these light patches. Now, a lot of these light patches are dunes. And there are some very weird dunes here. And I'm going to show you some of those now. And there's some weird features. Now, I think the reason it landed here is because if you go just due north of this landing spot, this LZ.
We have people in this, the most advanced country the world has ever seen, the wealthiest country the world has ever seen, and we have whole communities among us who are sure Earth is flat. That's a no-no. Earth is flat. That's a no-no. Earth is flat. No-no.
If I say that the world is flat and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting. That's worth reporting. That's worth reporting.
I don't like watching fake news.
None of us watch news anymore.
But
That's what they learned. That's the lesson. They'll do it again. What's true?
The government doesn't want you to know this. The government.
Hey, want to listen to some tunes?
This may be old ground for you, but not for me or some other people. How did you first get involved with the tests that were being conducted with LSD back in the late 1950s?
I had a neighbor, it was a psychologist.
In several western towns, children rarely got tooth decay. Why? Their drinking water contained fluoride. Now, after years of fluoride research, Procter & Gamble proudly announces triumph over tooth decay for everyone everywhere, as it brings you Crest toothpaste with Fluorestan, its exclusive fluoride compound that's far superior to fluoride alone. Here's how Crest works. Crest, with Fluorestan, actually combines with and strengthens tooth enamel to lock out decay from within. Yes, with Crest, you and your family will have far fewer cavities. Your teeth will be strengthened against decay, and regular Crest use will keep them that way. Crest helps keep your teeth beautiful, blocks out bad breath as no other toothpaste can. Start now to triumph over tooth decay. Get Crest with Fluorestan, world's greatest weapon against decay.
Is that what always happens? Does it always go like that?
Yep.
It looks bad to me. It's in space. Or is it?
It is Photoshop, but it's has to be.
Hello, my name is Bailey. This question is for Chris. What was high school like for you?
Well, it was the 1980s, so the music was different, the hairstyle was different, the clothes we wore were different than today, but probably in 5 or 10 years it'll be the same. And in school, I was just like you, probably all of you there. I tried my best. I didn't always succeed, didn't always do well, but I put my best effort into school. Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English in reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And I played a lot of sports. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Hello, my name is Steve Owen. I'm a teacher here at Riverside Prep. I'd like to ask you about the stress associated with the long periods in the space station. I'd like to ask Karen, what is the training that you get to cope with that stress and related psychological issues?
Well, for psychological issues, actually, when we are selected as astronauts, we go through quite a vigorous psychological screening process. You certainly don't want somebody who comes up here and has a breakdown or is claustrophobic. But also, we have, well, like Chris's background as a Navy SEAL and Luca's background as a test pilot clearly prepare them for high-stress situations. I could also argue that going through the process of getting a PhD can be a high-stress thing as well. And so, generally, when people get to the point where they're applying for this job, they've been through several things in their life that are high stress, and have proven that they can handle it and that they can get through it. And then also, once we start as an astronaut, for me, who did not have a flying background or have the military background where maybe I was put under some of that stress in a very critical situation, we started flying T-38s, the jet aircraft that we fly in the astronaut office. And for me, that was very good training, because your life is on the line if you do something.
So what do you think of my Trump Home mattress collection by Serta? Finally, the same luxury and comfort I demand in my hotels.
Oh, they'll never count sheep again.
Listen, why don't you come work for me?
What do you have in mind?
Something you were born to do.
Welcome to room 9.
Looking good, number 9, looking good.
Where's your dignity?
Save now on this Trump Home Luxury Suites mattress during the Serta Luxury Suite Savings Event, now through Labor Day.
You'll see a few made by Siemens, and you'll see a few made by some other guy that doesn't have 10 cents. It looks like a... So you see all these windows, they're all different shades of color. They're like sort of white, but one's like an orange white. It's my favorite color, orange.
Great supporters. There's only one way to stop Obamacare. Vote for Donald J. Trump. Very simple. Very simple. Very simple.
Coronavirus.gov and volunteer to donate plasma. We need plasma. It's something that's been very effective, and we need plasma from those that were infected and successfully recovered, as most people do. Most people do. Plasma is one of the many promising treatments my administration is accelerating. We've secured over 90% of the world's supply of remdesivir, which is terrific and encouraging, antiviral drug that can effectively block replication of the virus. We've also approved the use of the widely available steroid, which has been very successful, dexamethasone, which has shown success even in patients at more advanced stages of the disease. On July 17th, we announced a $450 million agreement with Regeneron to build manufacturing plants and hundreds of thousands. The shutdown was to flatten the curve, ensure sufficient hospital capacity, and develop effective treatments and therapies. The best of the best, and I'm grateful, and I'm very happy that you're here. And we'll have a little fun for a little while, but first we're going to talk a little business. We have to talk business because we have to straighten out our city. Our city's a mess. Every year. And we'll have a little fun for a little while, but first we're going to talk a little business. We have to talk business because we have to straighten out our city. Our city's a mess. During this ridiculous period of time were made. I want to voter fraud nothing to exercise duty and siege. Repeatedly that it would take weeks, if not months, and siege. Stay away from siege, from the election, and siege. We don't need you. We've got it. It is done. And siege. They had it covered. And siege. And perhaps very, very strange. And siege. The honest siege of 74 million siege. Non-citizens of our country. Siege. More than 100,000 siege. I knew why. We have no idea. Siege. We have an all 20,000 siege. It was a massive dump. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. Everybody knows that. It's a complete hoax. This is a hoax. It's a shame. And that was the second story to a total hoax.
Okay. Won't that be fun? Let's go. Okay. Let me get here. Okay. Hang on. Sorry. Oh, one. We are going to. What are we doing?
Here, we've got these light patches. Now, a lot of these light patches are crazy, but there's quite a cute little rover in this one.
In this, the most advanced country the world has ever seen, the wealthiest country the world has ever.
This may be old ground for you, but not for me or some other people. How did you first get involved with the tests that were being conducted with LSD back in the late 1950s?
I had a neighbor, it was a psychologist.
The late 1950s. Some other people. How did you first get involved with the tests that were being conducted with LSD back in the late 1950s?
I had a neighbor, it was a psychologist. He was booked to We're
doing a video about Texas, about Austin.
About Austin?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
You know, Elon Musk is coming here with Tesla.
Sure.
Right? Well, I am the artificial intelligence of COVID-19 created by Elon Musk. Just so you know.
Your artificial intelligence?
I know it doesn't sound real, but it's real.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Good way to start the video.
Wash away my troubles, wash away my pain, with the rain shine by light. Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame, with the rain shine by light. Ah, ooh, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Everyone is helpful, everyone is kind, with the road to shine by light. Everyone is lucky, everyone is so kind, on the road to shine by light. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of shine by light? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? I can tell my sister by the flowers in her eyes, on the road to Shambhala. I can tell my brother by the flowers in his eyes, on the road to Shambhala. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ooh,
Did you know that? Now, if you put a hot dog in a flashlight, nothing happens.
I've also eaten vegan sausage rolls. Have you eaten a vegan?
I've not, but it's meant to be a monster hit for that bakery chain, isn't it?
They're not bad.
Absolutely.
They're not bad.
He basically said, I want you to go sell LNG like the world looks flat. Go get this done. Here's what he said when I was sitting in his office getting interviewed back in December of 2016. He said, Perry, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go sell LNG like the world looks flat. Go get this done. Here's what he said when I was sitting in his office like the world looks flat. He basically said, I want you to go sell LNG like the world looks flat. Go get this done. Here's what he said when I was sitting in his office getting interviewed back in December of 2016. He said, Perry, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go get this done. Here's what he said when I was sitting in his office. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to. How dare you? Go do. How dare you? What we've done. He basically said, "LNG like the world looks flat."
Hubble, etc.
Oh, okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. That stuff is flat. But I don't want to be a spoiled, curmudgeon or anything. I don't want you to be distracted by things that are not. That's all I'm trying to say.
Further back than any of us can realize, we are told we live on a globe, a spinning, orbiting, corkscrewing water pair hurtling through space at more than 1 million miles an hour. Did you know that's just a story? Let's address the facts. Water always finds and maintains its level. 70% of the Earth is water. So where exactly does this curve begin? The world's lighthouses, railroads, bridges, they all fail the curvature test. Why can we see much further than the globe curvature math dictates? Did you know that every experiment to prove the Earth is moving has failed? Every! Did you know that gravity is just a theory that's never been proven? When was the last time you observed water conforming to the outside of its container or sticking to a spinning ball? Pictures from space? NASA intentionally distorts reality using fisheye lenses and openly admit their pictures of the Earth are CGI composites. And all amateur high-altitude balloon footage reveals no curve. If the Earth is spinning, orbiting, soaring through space, how come the constellations have not changed in thousands of years? Did you know that airplanes climb to their cruising altitude, level off, and then descend to their destination and do not adjust for the Earth's alleged curvature or motion? Compasses and gyroscopes don't even work on a globe. You've been duped.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you've lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing, standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. Everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
Jorden är platt som en pannkaka, jiddly haddly ho. Jorden är platt som en pannkaka, det kan ju vem som helst förstå. Det ser man ju, då är det så. Och jorden är platt som en ocean, jiddly haddly ho. Och jorden är platt som en ocean, det är nog fel att säga det, men det är ju faktiskt så det är.
That's why I know we haven't been to the moon.
Endure. Victor, steroids, Santa Claus, kicks in the heel. It's a long fly ball going back. And the ball.
I'm a revolutionary renegade. I sun gaze, the sun's rays, eyes blazed, half crazed, coming at you sideways, down the information highway, splitting open the secret society. Bilderberger, skull and bones, scourges on humanity. Eminem, devil horns like candy gives you cavities. LeBron James, Masonic whore, fake sports are tragedy. Hoping Kyrie's real, but he's kinda hard to swallow. Same goes for B.O.B., Shaq and Eddie Bravo. Part of me suspects they are faker than Apollo. Bill Jones is Alex Hicks and vice versa flipped it. Charlie's Law reversed it and Kevin Booth assisted. This isn't just a limerick, I'm pulling back the bait, yo. Mother Nature sent me here exposing all the evil. Surveilled by media, shady and deceitful. Closed my accounts, dumping all the toxic people. Sheeple crank my style on a journey to discovery. I put up with the shit, now I need some recovery. Truth sets me free from my own worst enemy. Keep my enemies close, and I study them endlessly. Vultures surrounding me on Masonic checkerboards. Offer up student loans, bust cheap room and board. College is a scam, creativity is stopped. Cancel your classes and the truth will be unblocked. Teach yourself on the net, knowledge is unlocked. Sending in the bots to trap you in the box. Targeted by trolls and followed by the cops. My blood begins to boil and my skin turns to rock. Reminds me why I started and why I'll never stop. Yeah. Reminds me why I started and why I'll never stop.
begins with a violet tone spray of filter.
We're gonna do a song, kids.
But the point of this,
Sure.
it's
How'd you like it?
funded.
This was a small hit.
It's funded by a certain group of people.
Music make you lose control. Music make you
requires
lose
a
control.
worldwide quarantine. All ships must remain at sea until further. Humanity must endure.
Pictures, steroids, Santa Claus, kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back. And the ball.
I'm a revolutionary renegade. I sun gaze, the sun's rays, eyes blazed, half crazed, coming at you sideways, down the information highway, splitting open the secret society. Bilderbergers, skull and bones, scourges on humanity. Eminem, devil horns like candy gives you cavities. LeBron James, Masonic whore, fake sports are tragedy. Hoping carries real, but it's kinda hard to swallow. Same goes for B.O.B., Shaq and Eddie Bravo. Part of me suspects they are faker than Apollo. Bill Jones is Alex Hicks and vice versa flipped it. Charlie's Law reversed it and Kevin Booth assisted. This isn't just a limerick, I'm pulling back the bank, yo. Mother Nature sent me here exposing all the evil. Surveilled by media, shady and deceitful. Closed my accounts, dumping all the toxic people. Sheeple crank my style on a journey to discovery. I put up with the shit, now I need some recovery. Truth sets me free from my own worst enemy. Keep my enemies close, and I study them endlessly. Vultures surrounding me on Masonic checkerboards. Offer up student loans, bust cheap room and board. College is a scam, creativity is stopped. Cancel your classes and the truth will be unblocked. Teach yourself on the net, knowledge is unlocked. Sending in their bots to trap you in the box. Targeted by trolls and followed by the cops. My blood begins to boil, my skin turns to rock. Reminds me why I started and why I'll never stop. Yeah. Reminds me why I started and why I'll never stop.